Hey, welcome back everyone. Hello, I'm your public health specialist JJ, and I am here today to talk about allergies. So allergies and the histamine response. So I'm going to first start off and tell you a little bit about allergies, what they do, what happens in your body, and what it is. What is an allergy? What is the histamine response? Then I'll give you some things about what you can do. And then in the next video, I'll do a 5 and 5, and I'll talk about 5 things, specifically 5 things that can help with allergies. So let's kick it off and start with histamine. So histamine, it's an essential element in your body, but increased levels lead to an increased stimuli of your immune system. It leads to inflammation, and it can lead to what's called a cytokine storm, which is too many immune cells going to a specific place, which then really snowballs the inflammation, and then it can cause severe problems. So if you think of your airway, for example, a peanut allergy, your airway might be this big, but if you have a peanut, your body sends all of the immune cells there, and then it causes so much inflammation that that airway closes up. So that is what happens. So it causes vasoconstriction as well. So it constricts, it closes up, it does not stimulate and like open your body, but it pulls it in. So that's what happens in whatever area that you have this response. It closes down and it sends too many immune cells there. So it's mainly the interleukin E, so your immunoglobulin E, your part of your immune cells that will be stimulated to go to these areas. So there are four places where receptors for histamine. So you have H1R, H1 receptor, H2 receptor, H3 receptor, H4 receptor. So there are four different ones, and their receptors are all over the body. So you have H1, which is mostly in your muscles, liver, neurons, and your immune system. Then your H2 is more in your stomach and your muscles and your liver. Your H3, which is your central nervous system, that's where the receptors are. Then your H4 receptors in your intestine and your spleen and your bone marrow. So as you can see, these receptors are like all over your body. So that also makes it complicated when you look at allergic reactions. I read a study where they was looking for the levels of allergic reaction. So if you give a little bit, if it causes a mild reaction, and if you give a lot, if it causes a more severe reaction. So with some things it did that, but others the level doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you have a little, doesn't matter if you have a lot, you'll have a severe reaction. So the severity is not linked conclusively to the dose. So with some allergies, dosage is important. With other ones, dosage is not important at all. You can have a minute amount and then you can have a reaction. So for example, a packaged product, if it has just been made in the same production line where there were peanuts, that person will have an allergic reaction. Someone else can have half a peanut and maybe they don't have a reaction. Or milk, they can have 1 glass of milk a day and they're okay. If they have 2 glasses, they have a severe allergic reaction. So it's different for different people in different places. It depends a lot on your body and your system as well. A good healthy gut helps. If you have a very healthy bacterial colonization and a healthy intestinal tract, then your allergic response goes down. You are less likely to be allergic to something. So if your intestines are making a lot of dopamine and serotonin, that kind of negates the histamine, so it helps to bring down the histamine levels. Okay, so an increase in B cells leads to an increase in immunoglobulin E, which bind to your mast the antibodies on mast cells, and this causes damage, degranulation, and sensitization. So this is the allergic response in short. So it leads to increased immune cells, which bind to antibodies on mast cells, and this causes a lot of damage. It takes away the granular cover on your cells, and it really causes a lot of damage. So allergic reactions can cause vasoconstriction, so tightening of your throats, closing of your airways. It can cause swelling and edema, a lot of inflammation, and it can cause your body to go into a very kind of dampened adrenal response. So then when you give a lot of adrenaline, it opens up everything. So when you have a bee sting and you're allergic to bee sting, they give you adrenaline, and that opens up everything, and it allows your body to clear out the poison, basically. So what an allergic reaction does is it closes up everything and it keeps it, so your body's not able to get rid of it. So with swelling, it keeps it there. So you want to move it to get it out, get it away. So for example, if you have asthma, exercise helps. So movement, getting your airways open helps. So I'm just trying to get you to understand the reaction and what an allergy is. So the biggest allergens at the moment, fish, eggs, milk, peanuts, tree nuts, wheat, soybeans, and shellfish. Those are the 8 main allergens. Then you also get other ones, and from these 8, the most dangerous ones are usually shellfish and peanuts, where people have these severe reactions. With milk and eggs, it's usually dermatitis and intestinal, diarrhea, cramping, that kind of thing. But with peanuts and shellfish, people have really severe, life-threatening reactions. And with these 8, it's mostly the protein content, the protein molecule in these 8 that causes the allergic reaction. But there are others as well. For example, pollen, microdust, pollution, just dust, mold, medications that people can be allergic to, perfumes or chemicals, insect stings, and animal fur. Those are some of the other things that you might be allergic to and cause this reaction. And then reactions can be mild, or they can be really severe and life-threatening. So what you would like to do, so as I've talked, a lot of the way in which an allergy happens is with inflammation. So you want to have things that decreases inflammation. So the more inflammation there is, the more there can be. So what an antihistamine does that you take when you have an allergy, it decreases the edema, it decreases vasodilation, so it opens up, and it opens up your vessels. It doesn't constrict them, it opens them up. It decreases the histamine that's been pumped around your body, and it decreases your immune response. So this heightened response is brought down, ratcheted down. So things that can help to modulate your immune system. Mushrooms are wonderful in modulating your immune system. So especially the exotic ones, so like chaga, lion's mane, what's the other one? Turkey tail. Those can modulate your immune system. So they act as like primers for your immune system. So they don't make it go up here or down here. That just modulates it, helps it function like it should. It's like a modulator. So it modulates your immune system. And then I'm just going to mention some things. As I said, in the 5 in 5, I'll mention 5 more common, easy to get ones. Here I'll mention some of the more different ones. So you get plants like rosemary, calencho, perilla. Perilla is similar to sesame. So in there you have luteolin, which is a polyphenol, which is a really potent anti-inflammatory. Then Camellia sinensis and Camellia japonica, these are from tea. So green tea, they're potent anti-inflammatories. The rooibos tea as well, so what I'm drinking here, rooibos tea. It's also really filled with polyphenols and antioxidants, and it helps modulate this immune response. So you want to take in lots of fluids as well. So teas are really good, herbal teas, non-caffeinated teas, which will hydrate your body, get your lymphatic system moving so that you can get rid of these molecules that will help you to modulate your allergic response. Then hibiscus as well. So hibiscus tea. So I've talked about the herbal teas are wonderful anti-inflammatories. Then black seed oil is really potent antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, anti-tumor. It's got thyroquinone, which is the active ingredients, active parts that really is what's good. Vitamin C, so foods with vitamin C and help to decrease the immune response, and they are anti-histamine as well. So those are some of the things. You also get saponins, kalencho, quercetin. I'll just mention some of them quickly. Artemisia, astragalus, black pepper, rose, mint, citrus, echinacea. So those are some of the ones that are really good antihistamines and help to modulate or decrease this allergic response. Going into springtime, where there's a lot of pollen around, these things can help bring down that histamine response. It can help to heal and strengthen your gut, your immunity, your intestinal system, get the serotonin and dopamine up, and get that histamine down and modulate the immune response so that your immune system is not overreacting to something that's coming in, because that's essentially what an allergic reaction is. It's your body overreacting to something that's coming in from the outside. So you want to modulate that response. So I hope this has been enlightening, that you've learned something. Please like and share, subscribe. It will help the channel. It helps people to learn more about health. As always, to God be the glory, and stay healthy. Have a good one.